Good morning, friends. We're so glad you're with us again today. As always, we are today in Lewistown, Montana, and I'm holding my little phone camera, so it's a little bumpier today. Sorry about that. But it's one of our last days of tent camping, and some people have asked us, how in the world do you pack in that tiny little car for a 6-week tent camping trip? So today it's just gonna be a really short, easy video. We're just gonna show you how we pack things in here, and if you're curious, you can hang around with us.
Yeah, it's kind of like a gigantic Jenga puzzle.
Yeah, like a jigsaw Jenga situation going on. Everything has a specific place, and we are in a little tiny Ford Fiesta, and we packed for 6 weeks. I think it's gonna turn out to be 5, but we have everything we needed for hot summers and cold winters because of the places that we traveled were all over the place. So let's go get this car packed. Hi, I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are GrassRoots Living.
About to see the world in action, what we can be.
Okay, so we did want to show you really quick. You'll see 2 of these big blue totes, right? And they're actually doubled. I didn't need to do that. I just did it in case one of them like ripped or something. But in this big blue tote, on one side is all of our kitchen stuff. We've even got a skillet, pots and pans, plates, all of our food, everything is in there. And on the other side is everything that's not kitchen. So it's all of your bathroom stuff and weird stuff, like there's a fan, and we just got some paper towels yesterday we'll stick in there. So this is kitchen and bathroom, garage, everything else. The other one is going to be Dean's clothes on one side, my clothes on the other. We did that by buying this, I don't know if you can see it, the sun's so bright here, I'm having a hard time filming, but there's these little brown totes. We just got those at the Dollar Tree. So that's what we're using to separate things inside these blue totes, which of course we got on Amazon. And then we have a bunch of stuff kind of on the outer edge. So that's how we packed everything. So when you see the blue totes, you'll know that it's stuff and things. Okay, I just folded and put in this blanket right here on the side. Next, I took this blanket and put it across here to kind of fill in that little bow that we always get. And next, Dean will put in the air mattress.
I do have to fold in the sides just a little bit on both sides just to get it to fit. And then of course this kind of just fits in there.
You notice that we don't have a back seat in here. We took the back seat out so that we could make a bed in case we ever needed it. I don't know, in case of wildlife, bears, inclement weather. We never did use it, but it's been nice anyway because it provided us so much more space. So next are these mats that we bought to help protect the air mattress. It protects the air mattress from any sharp rocks we may have missed when we were putting down the tent. So they go under the air mattress. So next we'll put in one of the sleeping bags, and then we'll end up putting in another sleeping bag. And I know that it looks like we have a lot of sleeping bags and blankets, which we do. But like I said, we stayed at pretty high elevations where it got really, really cold, and I don't regret taking any of the blankets or sleeping bags. If we would have stayed in warm weather, we would have had a lot fewer blankets.
So back here in the back corners, there's a little pocket that I can kind of squeeze everything into. Okay, next is our little kitchen table. We needed to make sure the jackery's set up high enough because the charging cable comes all the way up to here at the top. This gives us an opportunity to plug in and go.
Next, we'll take down the tent so we can get that put in.
All right, This is like the spine of the organization right here, because everything else has to sit in its place on either side of it. So this has to come in after the jackery.
Okay, so now Dean's putting in what we call the kitchen sink. It's got our water container. Maybe we'll do a video on this sometime if you guys want to see it. But anyway, it's our sink. So it's just an old laundry detergent thing that we've had for years and years and years and years that we use as our sink. It's our soap, our BioLite, just stuff and things. So that goes next.
Okay, next is one of these big blue bags, and we like to shift it all to one side to give it the opportunity to kind of flatten out, because, well, you'll see why in just a second with this Jenga puzzle that we're putting together.
So this is our clothes, and he shakes it all down.
All right, next is the cooler.
So we have a really tiny space for this cooler, but we like this cooler because it's flexible and it just kind of pinches itself in there really well.
When we put this in here, we did like to keep the zippers on the outside so that in case we want to go in there at a rest area and get some food to eat, it has easy access. Next is our lovable lugaloo.
Our lovable lugaloo, yep.
And that slides in there perfectly. We've had to use this a couple of times, so we had a problem with a battery.
Yeah, we had to get a new battery on this trip, so we were really thankful that we brought that little power pack.
Plus we had some low air pressure one time, and we were able to use the air compressor on it to air it up. So as you can see, we've got that third mattress pad now in here, and some water. You can never have enough water when you're traveling. Okay, next we put the body pillow that the princess needs to have in order to do her tent camping. And we just lay it down flat like that.
Yeah, a girl has to.
Next comes our dirty clothes bag. As you can see, we're piling everything behind the driver's seat so I can have room on the passenger side to be able to see out the rearview mirror.
So next is the computer/electronics bag. We're piled all the way to the top on one side, but we can still see out the rearview mirror, and when we're driving, we can look over our shoulder and see out the passenger side window. We have one of these reflective things that goes on the windshield, just one of the cheap ones. And we brought that. Sometimes we use it for the windshield, but usually we just use it to go over the cooler to keep the sun off the cooler. Okay, so this is that reflective windshield thing, and I just put it with the white side up so it doesn't like blind us when we're looking out the side here. And it's just covering up the cooler to keep the sun off of it. And we set our Atlas on top just to hold it down.
And there you have it. It's that easy.
Okay, so this is how we packed this little tiny car with a ton of stuff. If you haven't been on our Travel Small, Live Big series, if you haven't seen those, go ahead and click on the screen and check those out. We've had a lot of fun. We've been taking you guys with us. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys on the next one.